Hello, YouTube. How's everybody? It's Dee Dee BLASS, the Black Madonna, BLASS News. I came in to have a discussion. I was wondering how many people are involved with customer service. Is anyone familiar with great customer service? You go into a department store, you may go to the men's department, you saw some boxers on sale or whatever have you. You can't find them, so you ask an employee that you see. Okay, now employees are not supposed to tell the customers, excuse me, that that's not my department. Okay, if it's not your department, what you do is you get on the phone and you page men's department customer service until someone comes and they can help the man, because that's their department, and you can go back to your own department that you are assigned to, for your job for today. Okay, all right. Now I'm not sure if you ever heard of an irate customer. Okay, now I want to let you know, irate customer is a customer that's from hell. Nothing's right, they're mad, maybe their life at home isn't too good, they're coming in screaming at you, snapping at you, so, what you do is, you try to diffuse the situation with being kind. And if it gets overhand, that's when you call a manager over, okay, and let the manager work that out. Now, I was one of the managers that was called over for more than a few irate customers. See, but I know you always heard customers are always right, and everyone's looking like, what? Well, they cuss me out, I'm gonna cuss them back out. You can't do that. If they cuss you out and treat you bad and you just can't take it no more, go get your manager, and your manager is supposed to come over and diffuse the situation, okay? That was my job. Now, I'll give you an example of what great customer service is. It was a couple looking for suitcases, but they wanted them in blue. And at our store, there weren't any. So they ran into a few. That's not my department. They ran into a few of those. That's not my department. They ran into a few not caring that they want, the blue suitcases. What you're supposed to do, you're supposed to get on the phone to another store, and you need to ask them, give them the SKU number, which is the number above the black bars when you buy something. Those numbers there, those are SKU numbers, okay? So you put your SKU number in, and you find out which store of ours, if I call around, still has that suitcase in blue. And bingo, the other store did have the suitcases in blue. I ordered the suitcases. I told them I'm very sorry about their treatment and being ignored and treated nonchalant. So I shook their hands and I told them the suitcases will be here tomorrow in the afternoon. And when they get here, I will call. So I got their number. Guess what, y'all? I called. They came back to the store. They had the suitcases in blue. They bought them. They were very happy. Shook their hand. I gave them, decency. Being treated like a human being. After all, they're spending their money in our store. If they don't shop at the store that you work at, your store is going to go under. You need those customers because they buy, your items. They keep you going. They keep you straight. So you must treat customers properly. When I go into a store, I expect proper customer service, and a lot of people don't know, the people, they're not working anymore, but years ago, I did that, So I was happy for me to send them out the store. I gave them a manager a 10% discount, shook their hands, and sent them happily out the store with their blue suitcases. So that's what I used to do. That's the kind of work that I used to do. We had a young lady. She was at the register. She was, she didn't want to do what the customer wanted her to do, and it got out of hand. And so I had to come over and finish ringing and, get the lady, out of the store. So gave her a 10% discount as well, Even if they're wrong, the irate customers, this is too bad. And people, you will get fired if your boss finds out that you're telling people that's not your department and walk away. You're going to get fired for that. You're supposed to get on the phone and make an announcement over the loudspeaker, customer service in the men department, customer service is needed, and then check on it and call back again. You understand? So that's the kind of work that I used to do, and I really loved it a whole lot. I studied like business management and law. it feels good, to go in the store and get great customer service from one of the young ladies or young men, and it really does. And, they have no idea that I used to be a manager, that I would be, one of the bosses here if I was working here. But I'm no longer working. I don't think, I probably can do that kind of work again, we close at 10. We don't get out the store till 11:30, 12, and midnight, So, yeah, I don't have that now, but it was a great job. I enjoyed management, retail management. It's very good. So if anybody's into the, management, as far as wanting to be a manager, I wish you a lot of luck. It's really a fun job. It's a busy job. Now you have to work under pressure. But you have to keep the customers happy. You just have to. It's no ifs and buts about it. You understand? When you argue and carry on and go too far with a customer, we have to let you go. You know what I mean? So that's the kind of work that I used to do, and it was a beautiful thing. It was before my children. So right now, we're surviving and trying to make it right now. So shout out to all the customer service people. Treat the people right. Treat the customers right, whether they're happy or not. Keep them right, keep them satisfied, because they will not come back to your franchise. Now, I do want to say this: you might treat a woman bad and cold, and your building is still up and your business is still up. But guess what? She's gonna tell somebody the experience she had in your store. And don't go there. Now, it's going to be a quarter of people that's not going to come to your store because they heard all bad things about how you treat your customers. You understand? So that one person, one apple spoils a bunch. That one person telling them, I had a horrible experience in there. And those other people won't go. They literally will not go to the store because someone else had a bad experience in that store. And that's what you want to try to avoid. You want to treat people properly, the customers, You have to treat them properly, whether they're rude or not, I stay calm and treat them the way they're supposed to be treated, whether they're mad or not. I do, because that's my job. Now, in the streets, I probably would slap the shit out of one of them, but you can't do that, even in the streets. But anyway, so if you're dealing in customer service, treat the customers right. You're not in the streets. You know how the streets are. You can't, get into any kind of confrontation with a customer. You can't. You have to listen to what they want to say. They're upset. They're mad, and you got to find out why they're mad and help them and make sure they leave the store with a smile, with a 10% discount. You know what I mean? And so it feels pretty good to do that, I also worked at the bank. I was a teller for the bank for a while, working with customers and doing that retail thing. It's in banking. So, so I've had a lot of experience. I just wanted to touch down if anybody had any concerns or any questions about customer service and working hard and becoming a manager. See, I get hired in as a manager. I don't get there as a cashier and work my way up. When I come in the franchise, I am the manager. One of the managers, anyway. I had a boss, but I was a manager. Okay? For several years, many years. I really enjoy it. The best out of anything I've experienced as far as work. And I've worked a few places, but that retail management, that's where it's at. So, hopefully, you have children or maybe a niece or a nephew that's working, you can kind of give them, some advice on how to, keep their job, and do their job no matter what. No gossiping, standing in the clique. Just get your lunch, go sit down, and get the rest of your day going so you can get off from work and come home and get your kids and take care of business, cook. You know what I mean? When you get off from work, you're still working. You're a mother. You have to make dinner. You have to do the laundry. Get all kinds. So I enjoy both. But at this point, I don't want to be a lawyer anymore. I want to be a wife. It sounds strange, huh? But at this point, I'd rather be a wife right now than to be a lawyer. Okay. Well, anyway, I just wanted to touch bases with the customer service people. Treat those customers right, and they will be back. All right? See you later. Dee Blast.